the day. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Washington football team taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Football here on the East Coast, always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Arizona. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Manning. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Richardson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Washington going to send out their punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. And this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 20 carries, 90 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball. But surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Richardson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Cardinals to take over.